Hey, welcome back, YouTube fans. James Netterwalt here. Uh, Welcome back to my YouTube series, How I Write Songs. On today's video, I will cover how I wrote my song, It Started Off With This Car, which is the fourth track on my album, Decade Decoded. So the song is in the key of A flat, and really simple chords, really, but I use a capo on the first fret to get those chords. So, like, started off with this chord, it's an A minor with the capo on the first fret, which is actually a B flat minor chord, and then a G shape. So, the song doesn't use any modes. It's all in the key of A flat, and the melodies like this. It's a C, 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 B flat, B, B, B flat, A flat, B flat. Starting off with this car, 998 Nissan Sentra. Na, 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 na. And then it goes to the B part, which I like to call the bridge of the song. And that's in E minor, or with a capo on F minor. And then D flat, it's a C shape, but a D flat chord. And then up to an E flat chord with the C shape. So it's actually a D with a C shape with a capo on the first fret, which is an E flat. And then back to E flat. Then back to the verse. Starting off with this car. Back to A minor. B flat minor. So, those are the chords. And the chords are originally I've stripped down the arrangement to play it on an acoustic guitar, and there is an acoustic guitar in the song, but that's not the main instrument. The main instrument is actually piano, and if you listen to it, you know, the piano is kind of leading the harmonic structure of the song. So, but the acoustic guitar plays along with the chords, and then there's also this other guitar part that's like a kind of a jangly, and it's all the way up on the 13th fret on the B string, and then 9th fret to 11th fret, and it's playing the B string and E string. Now starting the B part. So that's the music. Now I really want to focus on the lyrics, which is the best part of the song. So the lyrics, again, are once again personal, and they're narrative, so they're actually telling a story. And the story is about, it started off with this car, which is, I bought my first car in 2001, and it was a black 98 Nissan Sentra. And after I bought the car, my life changed dramatically. And a big part of that was because before that, I didn't grow up in a household that owned a car. My mother didn't drive. I grew up in a single parent household. My mother raised me. And my mother didn't own a car, and she didn't even get her driver's license until 1999. And by 1999, I was ready to move out of the house. So in 2001, I was sharing an apartment with my brother, like I said in an earlier video, and I bought my first car. And before I bought the car, I was taking buses and trains to graduate school every day, and that was a hassle. But when I bought my first car, I was able to drive there, and I had such a great amount of freedom and independence. I was able to come and go as I pleased. I could, run my errands with the car and go out, and explore the world a little bit more. Because I was just very isolated before that. I was just kind of going to school and then coming home, going to school, coming home. And I was very isolated. So when I bought this car, it actually helped my depression a lot. And at the time, I also was very depressed over the situation that I'll talk about later, which is I started to fall for this woman that I went to graduate school with. And I'll talk about that in the next series. So, like in 2001, November 2001, I bought this car and I started, driving it on the highway, taking it to school every day, and that was very helpful for me. So, getting back to the lyrics, I had this car, and I was very happy to have it, and I ended up really living it up after that. And that year that I bought the car, I got myself in good shape, which I talked about in this song. Started exercising more, started dressing better, and then I was able to get noticed by women that I was in graduate school with, which was my goal, so that I can, try to find somebody to marry. And in the song, I do discuss how I got myself in shape and started to live my life very well. And then in later 2002, in like the summertime, actually I think it was in October of 2002, I met my soon-to-be wife. And then in the song, I discuss how, I had this relationship with my wife, now my ex-wife, and I getting the car actually helped with that because I was able to date. I was able to go pick up a date and go out and things like that with the car, and that was very useful. And in the song, I also talk about how I got married and I had kids and things like that. But the A part is the funny part is the A part of the verse is very upbeat, about like the successes I had. But then the B part, the bridge, that part is very downbeat and depressing about like the challenges I had even after I got married. I still had a lot of challenges getting along with my now ex-wife. And that kind of changed my perspective a little bit on the success that I had. So I and the lyrics are very personal, like I said, and talk about the story of that. And I use a lot of metaphors, like I threw life's curtains open, like that's a metaphor obviously for opening up my life to new ideas and new expectations and challenges. So that was a big part of it. And the song was actually, now to the production, the song was actually recorded on an 8-track Porta Studio, Tascam Porta Studio. And I, as usual with my, kind of lower track Porta Studios, I had to do a lot of bouncing. So like I recorded the rhythm track, the piano, the bass and guitar, piano, bass and drums, I should say, and then I bounced that to a stereo track, and then I went in and started adding guitars, and I bounced them, and then I added vocals. So yeah, there was a lot of bouncing involved when recording this song, just like a lot of my other songs on my 8-track. And the cool thing is, before I wrote this song, most of my songs were driven by guitar. They were guitar-driven songs, where the guitar was the main harmonic structure instrument, playing the harmonic structure of the song. And in this case, it was the piano, which was a departure for me in my songwriting. And later on, I would write more songs on piano that I'll talk about later in this series. So that's it. Please, I hope this video was very interesting for you, and I hope you learned something from watching it. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the like button, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks with my next installment. Thanks. Take care, YouTube. Bye. Have a nice day.